Hello, Internet! Welcome to something new. God, these things fall quick. There are the parachutes. Alright. So, this is Rail Survival, which will make sense in a moment. I wanted to do sort of a second series concurrent with Contact, because Contact happens in space. Space is lovely, but I don't get to experience a lot of the new survival stuff, because obviously it was an existing save. So, this is a new series that'll let me experience sort of survival as it is now from the get-go, with a few twists. So we are here on Pertum, in the fun new survival rover, which is already ready to go. My plan for this series, if I get out... Yeah, it's not very pleasant here. Can I take off my hat? Yes. I don't know, there's allegedly radiation, but I'm not seeing any signs of it, so I guess that's good. Oh, yep, there it is, exposure level. Okay, so that's not ideal. I'll do this quickly. So, part of my plan for this, I want to build trains. I want to have a bunch of trains running all over, leading to a base, bringing me resources. To do that, I thought about sort of how I wanted to make it make sense, because the issue with trains generally, once you have a base, once you mine some stuff, it's rare that there is enough material to mine that you need like regular rail levels of cargo back and forth. So, I decided how I'd do this is making use of something I very rarely do, which is a block mod. This is the static drill, part of the static drill mod, which I think in the list was called something else. I can't remember. It was a little weird, but this thing, they're hefty guys. So these will essentially, you put them on voxel and they will mine whatever ore happens to be under them. I think there's some certain parameters you have to do, but they don't take away voxel. They essentially give you infinite resource. They are going to give me a reason to have trains that connect to mining outposts. Yeah, now what I plan to do with this ore, I don't fully know, but I have some things to get it. Let's get out of the baking sun. So yeah, that is the gist of my plan. I'm going to spend some fun time here on Pertum trying to find ores so that I guess eventually, I don't know, maybe I can sell them to someone. We'll figure that part out later. But my goal is to get basically a train network that brings me ores. To start, though, I need... some ores are important. What do I... Okay. I have 4 things of kelp crisps. I have a gun. And I do have a GPS for a station. Okay. That could be a place to head. Yeah. Is that it? Maybe it didn't. No. That is not it. That's just a thing. That's the station. It's like halfway around the planet. So we may go there. We may not. Let's go this way first. So the first thing I need, realistically, and probably one of the only things I'm going to be getting the old-fashioned way, I need iron. Iron is going to be key for this whole endeavor, because I'm going to need a lot of iron to build any sort of track. I also need to consider finding things like food, which is going to be a little tricky. There's a dark thing over there. What is that? This may be ice. So I think ice is these darker. Yeah. Okay, that's good to have. So that's a little something. That looks like ore. Iron. Okay. Well, this may be my spot then. Sweet. Okay, I think how I'm gonna do this is I need, the first step is stone. And I'm pretty sure to get the static drills to do their static drilling thing, they have to be on, or pretty much on, the actual ore voxel. So I am going to need to get down to this iron anyway, even if hopefully I can keep some of it so that I don't don't have to find another source. But worst case, it's probably, I mean, iron is traditionally rather common, so if I can get down here, at the very least this gives me enough stone to hopefully get a basic base running. I just noticed my radiation has gone away. I was curious, so allegedly, I should probably be able to see, the radiation is supposed to work based on essentially line of sight to the sun. But that's kind of that's not necessarily a thing Space Engineers does a lot. So I was kind of wondering, would going underground actually solve it in a quick way? And it looks like it does. So that's pretty neat. If that's my iron, let's produce some stuff for a platform. I do think my most immediate concern is actually, so my most immediate concern is going to be food. I only have 4 things of it. My food is going down. So I need to get to the point where I can build some algae farms. I think is going to be my best bet. Where are... Oh, no. Ah! I forgot to turn progression off. Okay, well... That's fine. Why is that showing? There's... That's what I'm looking for. Also... No, actually. I don't know why it was red, but I like it. I will go for this nice flat bit. And I kind of, thinking towards the future, I want to align sort of along the valley between these bluffs and those smaller bluffs. And I remember this will eventually be a rail hub. Alright. So that's a bare basic setup. I have my wind turbine and the 2 production-y boys set to produce, so we can figure out how much material we're gonna need, and looks like an extra 1,000 iron. Okay, we're at the iron. What I think I'll do is just kind of open up down here. Because I don't actually want to mine iron yet. I can't do anything with it.
Inventory full.
Plus, again, I need open area above the iron to place that drill thing, so this actually works out pretty well. I think once I get stuff set up, I'll try and build an actual drill rig here. Basically just punch through this upper bit, get all the stone I can muster. Hopefully that'll be enough that I can actually... I've not looked into what those static drills need, but my guess is they aren't cheap. And yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of stuff, I think, to get them going. Which is why this may not actually be... I may not have iron here left to put one if I end up needing a ton of it already, or before those are feasible. Let's just see, what are these? Okay. So there are tiers to this. So there's, I guess this is the basic. Oh no, there's a static drill, then a basic, then an advanced. Okay, so the basic drill, basically I just need tubes to build it. Same with the other one, it's just slightly more tubes. More steel, really. Then the advanced, okay. The only exotic stuff I need for the advanced is cobalt for grids, which I'm gonna need anyway. So before I do that, I'll need to do some more scouting and find a cobalt location. That shouldn't be too bad. I don't know what the difference between the drills is, but I have to assume the advanced one is just generally the better option. So I might as well go straight to it. Should probably have these on me. So they give me 12% food. 15% down. I assume being fuller is better than being hungrier. So let's get ourselves back up. And I'm pretty sure the algae tubes take, well, tubes. Guess I should check that real quick. Because if possible, maybe I build one of those first. Is that? Yep, algae farm. Okay, so they only take small steel tubes. But I don't think... I can't make any tubes in here, right? Yeah, no. So I have to get at least the assembler up before I can get myself a farm. Okay. Something completely unrelated I just thought about. I wonder if windows still protect you from radiation. I'd hope so. Otherwise this is going to be a pretty dark and boring base. I'd imagine yes. Well, I do have some iron on accident. Dang it. Well, we're very close on ingots. So that's good. Sounds like the wind is picking up. There's dangerous weather now. In addition to other things. It is a little... I don't think wolves appear here. But it is a little ominous. I don't fully know what to expect. I don't know... No, it does have a full battery, that rover. It's kind of underneath in a rather precarious spot. But... Yeah, so I should have plenty of power. We have enough material now. Go ahead. What can we build of this? While it's producing. Benefit of this being mobile is I can move it right over here to the eventual base. There we go.
Meteor storm inbound.
What? Huh. Those are back? Okay, they come from the sun. Oh, there they are. Hello, meteors. Is that environment? I mean, it fits for the desolate crumhole of Purdom. I did not realize that they were here and sort of on by default. The meteors have been off for so long, I didn't even think about them. They did update them, though, so I guess it's fitting to play with them. Well, I wasn't sure that I would need defenses, but I guess it would be pertinent to have a few to keep me from getting meteored. I'm pretty sure, so they no longer create craters, which is why they were off, because they kill performance. But I'm pretty sure they do still damage grids. So I'm going to want to not get hit by them. Alright. Basic assembler, basic refinery. And the blocks I get for them. Which, speaking of, can I produce? Yes. I don't need to do this. I'm probably going to grind all the parts back out of it. But if I build this wall, it should unlock me some other things. Yeah, so I now have turrets and medical whatnots, lights. I can do batteries, which is important. What do these get me? Okay, so it looks like the decorative wall just gets me all the decorative bits. Not critical, but for me it kind of is. I love me a good decoration. Alright, let's get all the bits out. There. Everything in here. How much juice am I getting? Max 390. So I cannot run both the refinery and assembler, but that is normal. Yeah, I can produce. Okay. Things to consider. I'm guessing plant tubes need energy to run. Much like the other, the oxygen tubes. So to build this, I probably want a battery first. And I think where I'll stick it. So if I do this. This is a classic setup technique. If I put my battery in there, it should mean that I can salvage and move it elsewhere once I get rid of these. I mean, this whole platform may go away, but keeps that nice and accessible. I need hydrogen. It's time for another gulp crisp. And yeah, I'm gonna need more stone and potentially iron. I don't know if this will help in the long run, but I imagine it will. I'm gonna load this up without having it set to do anything. So essentially it's just cargo, which is another great use for this little rover. So I can fill it up with materials and then unload them all much more easily, as opposed to just, you know, running over to the main base each time I do this. Oh, okay, and that is full. Right. Let me in. There we go. Can't run both, so no need to. Let's try just... In reality, the truck does not hold as much as I was hoping it would hold. I think it was basically like 2 or 3 full loads. So, something else that I believe they've changed... Yep. Is the wind level. So my clearance is good. Wind is dropping. Which means I no longer have... I no longer have enough power to run this. Okay. Do I... Nah, and I don't have the power to get cheeky either. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Okay. If I want rotor, they take 4 large steel tubes. No, they don't. Right, because I don't have to build this rotor. Oh. Also, it didn't stop because I was out of power. It stopped because I was out of room. Okay, maybe I can limp it along. Wind level is still dropping. I mean, it is producing, which... I mean, it's good that it keeps running. This does feel a little broken, because if I'm right... So I should need 280 kilowatts to run. I'm only pulling in 130. Oh, nope. Okay, it heard me and it decided... Nope, it's probably full again. Yeah, it is. It doesn't seem like it's slow. Slower than normal. Which is a little weird. We'll claim that what this is it's got like a built-in capacitor. So because there is power, it's able to just eke along. And now it'll be fine because now we have power. Okay, well that was interesting. I don't know if that's part of the system. It was convenient, though I was, in a weird way, I was kind of annoyed that I didn't have to quickly jury-rig connect the rover up to power the whole base. Let's get us a plant tube. Do I? So I need 300 silicon. I have 212. Well, maybe I don't need all the glass. I mean, yeah, there's air here. There's also radiation, but the radiation's behind that hill, so it's fine. Out of curiosity, okay. I am in the sun. If I stand here, eventually I should get radiation. Come on, radiation. There it is. Okay. If I then stand in the shade where I just was, it goes... So it is legitimate. There is a line drawn from the sun that gives you radiation. So you just have to... Okay, this... I shouldn't sound as amazed as I am at this, but this is a very weird mechanic in Space Engineers where things aren't just environmental. It actually matters my location relative to the sun, which means I can do... I just have to block it from whatever angle it is. It's not like, oh, there's block above you so you're safe from sun, which is kind of how I figured it would work. Also, I don't need all the glass. Plants can tough out a little radiation. Okay. Now is this... It's going. It's not going quick, but I'm pretty sure it relates to the sun as well. Yeah, so I may not get food before the morning. Because next thing to do will be hunt for cobalt. And I think I have a plan, partially to avoid making myself a liar about this being a train-based survival series. Let's move this guy a little bit. Maybe real quick. Okay, I'm gonna need to do that. There we go. Now I have lights. Hey! There we go. Just a little light here at my work area so that, well, I can see things. So my plan is to build a road train. So that way I'm using a train, quote unquote. You know, it may not be really in the spirit of train, but it'll look good in the thumbnail. Do I have any steel? I've got steel on me. Perfect, perfect. Stick with the colors. Now, this will be a little tricky. I think it's just gonna be that this hitch is particularly long. I kind of want it to be all the, you know, large connector. It just feels more correct. And it means, so my plan is to have cargo containers along in each little trailer of the train. So it means from the rearmost cargo container, I can actually access parts produced in my survival kit. So it's like the survival kit is still fully accessible. Yeah, I've got a good amount of steel still. Maybe while that processes, we'll do a load of good old stone. That doesn't look horrible. It's one of the modular cargo containers. It is a bulky hinge setup. I maybe should have added an extra axle to this truck to make it work. Though actually, there's enough room. I can just stick an extra axle on this battery, kind of in the middle of the wheel set. It'll be a little weird, you know, not a traditional truck arrangement, but it should work. May do that if I need more power. Okay, now we'll just do that. Realize I guess I technically put this upside down. That's okay. It's easier access to the cargo pads. Wheel, wheel, wheel. Can I make wheels yet? Dang it. What do I need to build a wheel? Landing gear. Okay. There we go. Those are 3x3s. 3x3s and height-wise, It looks like they'll be in the perfect position if I just stick them under the truck. I could use the shorts, but I don't think they'll really benefit me at all, so I won't bother. What I will do, though, is put these as far back on the chassis as I can. That should... Oh. Okay. Well, they're on the ground now. That should hopefully... It does mean they're pretty far off the center of mass, which is going to put a lot more weight on this hinge. Maybe I should move them one forward. I want them far enough back because that'll help the tracking of the trailers. Because of course this trailer will have a hitch mechanism like this off the back. So actually maybe it won't be as big a deal. The trailers will hopefully help balance each other out. At least we can hope that's what happens. It's eating time, and I'm down to my last kelp crisp. I do have some time before, starvation, so hopefully that all kind of works out. I don't know how many algae I need to make one of those kelp crisp things, but hopefully the sun rises and I get enough of them that I can, well, you know, survive. I would prefer not to have my first foray into foodstuffs involve me starving to death. I also didn't really think about... We're currently in a dust storm. I don't know... I imagine a dust storm could start to hurt after a while. I have to make sure to close my helmet if things start looking dire. Whoops.
Low health.
Oh, that's not good. Okay. Cool, though.
Energy low.
You don't respawn full anymore. So there's no more just dying a bunch in order to, you know, get better. I have just lost most of my food. Which is not good considering I don't have a supply of more food. So I might be starving a whole bunch. Ugh. Also, we'll keep those because I do know... Well, don't really have storage. Actually, I do. I know they changed tools, so now you need old tools to make new tools. So it's probably a good thing to have excess tools. Oh, also... Oh boy. So, I can't sprint anymore because I'm too hungry. I can pick stuff up, which is good. Huh. Yeah, you gotta be careful with your life now. No more tossing corpses at things, because...
Inventory full.
Or at least no more tossing corpses at things before you've had a good meal. Yeah, that's fascinating. And the worst part, you could tell how instinctually I try and sprint. Every time I start moving, my finger hits shift and I get the buzzer of shame. I wish this were one of those games where you can make food out of rocks. Okay. Let's make this not look so goofy. Turn all these hinges off. Which I could do from the console all at once, but this feels more intentional. Okay. Okay, I have an idea. I just realized I've not seen any unknown signals. That's weird. They should happen, unless they changed the frequency. So, I need food. I have a train. I'm beginning to wonder if I should go check out that field research outpost. See if I can, you know, knock on the door and borrow some sugar from the neighbors. I think is what I'm gonna try and do. Unfortunately, it's nighttime, and given I need daylight to produce food, I feel bad about changing time, so we aren't gonna do that. I'm gonna adjust these guys a little bit. This will be the first test of this vehicle. I'm doing it in the dark, so it'll be hard to see. Actually, on that topic, lights are cheap, so let's have some area lights on each trailer. If nothing else, this should help me, you know, see the vehicle I'm driving as I drive it.
Meteor storm inbound.
That's not what I want to hear. Hopefully it doesn't hit me, because I don't think I can do anything about it. Oh, hello. Yeah, they seem to occur just off. I don't know if that's coincidence they occur just off the base. Anyway, we've got lights. We've got neighbors in sight. We've got unknown terrain between. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Trailers seem to be tracking well. That's good. Oh. Interesting. I hit a rock. Oh. Oh. Hey, that thing I said about the trailers? Yeah. Okay, I may have been wrong. Okay. That tells me I'm going to need some limits. So let's... Luckily I have the power to sort of fix this. There we go. Okay. So that's currently at 0. Lower limit. Let's go negative 15 to 15 on the rotors. Also, I think I'm hearing in-game tummy rumbles. They could also be out-of-game tummy rumbles because the actual me is also a little hungry. But, don't know. So now I want limits for all the hinges. And those should... We'll also go negative 15 to 15. If I run into issues with steep hills, I can change this. But hopefully that keeps me... well, level. I do think... no, I think the trailer wheels are the same width as the truck. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. There may be some issues that come about because this is not a particularly ideal hitch. The length of these hitches is way too long for the size of everything. Which was probably a mistake, but it's what I did, so we're doing it. Here's some more iron. I saw some nickel. I do want... This will be kind of a weird weird scenario to play because I'm... Ooh, hold on. If that lands closer... My concern with this base is it could have guns and it could not like me. I'm gonna go after this and hope I get lucky and there's something edible within. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, it may be food for the next clone. Apparently I am... Even though it still says 1 hunger.
Low health.
Yeah. Okay, let's hit the brakes. Can I keep myself alive?
Is critical.
Ow. I could, but it's not gonna help. Alright. Goodbye, cruel world. And
Your
hello
health
again,
is
cruel
low.
world. And I worried for a second my bag was gone. I'm just gonna leave that there.
Energy low.
Stood on my own corpse. Well, with 20% food again, it might... I don't know, I may be able to make it without, make it today without worrying too much about gathering more food. Still gonna go into this, because we're here, and I hope there's something edible in it. But I was to the point that if there were, like, seeds on here, I might try and eat those just to give me a chance. It is unfortunate, too. So, plants that are edible are rather rare here. Doing traveling at night means my chances of spotting any are less than they would be. Also, I don't think I needed to go up this hill. I think going around would have probably made more sense. Oh, if this is one of those that runs away, I'm gonna be in real trouble. Because I can't chase it. It's pretty big. Bigger than I'm used to a signal being. Yeah, it's a whole... Oh my god. I mean, that's massive. That's a whole container. Hope it's full of seeds. I don't get to see what that is. Nope. It's full of silicon. Can't eat that. Also, I should let you guys see what I'm looking at. Huh. Well, okay, with that, I mean, it's not particularly what I was hoping for, but this is good parts. Ah, okay. Just trying to figure out if I could make these signs or if I should try and steal this and slap it onto my truck. Always enjoy a good arrow. Okay. In fact, the sun's... Wait, right? I don't know where my base is. Nuts. That was a mistake. There's a light on it, so I may be able to find it in the dark. Actually, no. I know where it is because it's at ice. I think. So the question is, do I continue on? I think... Yeah, because that's where the outpost was. The sun set that side of... Oh. Didn't realize I could see the plane of the planets from here. That's nice. Anyway, sunset over there. I think sun is rising. If sun is rising, that means I am soon to have delicious algae available. Which I think means I can just not worry about going to that other place. Let's head back and hopefully around the time I get there, the sun will be rising and I can get a good screenshot. Oh, she wiggles. I'm gonna adjust some things. I was thinking about dropping the wheel strength a bit, which could maybe help. but I don't... It's already pretty low. The issue is those things are so light at the moment, they just bounce all over the place. And I could adjust my wheel suspension a bit, and that may help. But they already probably need to go up if I put anything in them. So I think we'll just go slow and be careful. The mass of those things does worry me, because there's a very good chance that they will the tail will wag the dog on this construction. Especially if those things are like full of ores. I suppose as I wait for the sun to rise, I should do some more mining. Make good use of that, and then see if I have enough to eat from the algae machine, that I don't have to worry about starving to death anytime soon. Okay. Sun is not yet up. Still quite hungry. There's another signal. I also added some high beams to the truck. Let's not go in the hole. I'm probably gonna die again. Let's head out here and see if I get lucky, because the sun is still... I think it's getting close, but it's further off than I'd hoped. I can feel the malnourishment kicking in. Any second now. Oh. Let's hope that's just a cliff wall and not the far edge of a crevasse that might say... Oh, nope. My signal's right here. Should have paid more attention to that. Doesn't look like it's going to explode. Come on, food. Oh. It's got food, but... What does that food do? Oh no, I don't even... Okay, so I think this is a seed. I can't eat it. So there's no point in trying. It's good to know. Okay, so once the sun is here, oh, I might as well just keep going. Once the sun is here, I should be able to, well, grow food.
Your health is low.
Yep.
Health low.
And the pain of rebirth. So, I think the thing I've learned here, well, one is don't die. Because actually, so I've lost 20% health twice at this point. I had 65 when I died, so I would probably... It would be getting low, but I think you could make it through a night without succumbing to hunger. Assuming you know, had the amount you wanted. So I probably would have been fine had I just not flung myself into the wheels of my road train. But it is looking... It looks like it is... you want to be a little bit more on top of your food, I think. Especially in a place like Purdom, where food on the ground is rare. Because if I were on Earth, I would have found a crap ton of fruit I could just be nibbling on. And that would have been, you know, would have probably done the job. But here, unless you're growing it, food is rare enough that, yeah, foraging is not a good option. Oh boy. I feel like the rear trailer did things I didn't want to see there. From what I could see of the hitch, it looked sideways-ish. Okay, well, the sun is on the rise, but it's not here yet. We may just see it peek over the edge of the land there. I think I'll make it to the next sunrise and probably get food next time. But I don't think I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to call it here, if that wasn't clear already. Thank you everybody for watching. Start of a new series. I should mention, maybe should have mentioned this earlier too, just in case. So this is not replacing Contact. I mean, it sort of is, but I'm going to be running both series, Contact and Rail Survival, alternating until Contact probably ends first, and then this will continue on. I may, do something else in there too. This will be a bit of an experiment. We're going to try it and see. I'm also probably going to just stick to it even if it fails. But, subject to change if need be. But yeah, trains, they're coming. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Feel free to check out the other stuff I've done. Look forward to more of this in about 2 weeks, and until then, bye bye.